In this video, I'm going to be talking about health and safety and risk assessment, specifically for those who are menopausal in the workplace. You'll discover why you need them, what they are, who needs to do them, and what to include in your risk assessment document. Why do you need to complete a risk assessment specifically for menopausal symptoms? Well, it's a legal obligation, and also doing a risk assessment has the potential to protect you and your business from financial costs and damages. It's also the right thing to do, looking after the health, the well-being and safety of your employees and colleagues. So what is the law that you're obliged to follow? It's the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, which requires employers to ensure the health, safety and welfare of their workers, and they're required to do risk assessments under the management regulations from 1992 and 1999, which should include any specific risk to menopausal women. Risk assessments should consider the specific needs of menopausal women and ensure that the working environment will not make the symptoms worse. Some women may experience particularly severe menopausal symptoms, which mean that they could be classified as disabled under the Equality Act. Now, I've spoken about that in another video, and if you want to watch that, I'll pop the link to it below. So you can see it's important to recognise that creating a decent workplace is not only essential, but it keeps you on the right side of the law too. So what exactly is a risk assessment? Well, risk assessments are part of the risk management process, and they're included in the management of health and safety at work regulations. And a risk assessment is the process of identifying what hazards may currently exist or appear in your workplace. So a risk assessment defines which workplace hazards are likely to cause harm to employees, and it also includes visitors as well. So what can a risk assessment include then specifically for menopause symptoms? Risks need to be considered in all aspects of the working environment for those who are menopausal. So here are some examples of the things that could be included in a risk assessment around menopause. Any additional stress, their workstations, workplace facilities, temperature control, the overall working environment, their duties, what's included in staffing policies, systems of work, management techniques or working hours, shift patterns, lone working, and overtime. Now, of course, that list isn't exclusive. Your risk assessment should be done according to your place of work and your industry. Who needs to conduct a risk assessment? Well, by law, every employer must conduct risk assessments on the work that their employees do. If the company or organisation employs more than 5 employees, then the results should be recorded and include details of any groups of employees that are particularly at risk, such as older, younger, pregnant or disabled employees. Now, those with severe and long-term menopause symptoms could be such a group. How to carry out your basic risk assessment. Now, risk assessments shouldn't be made overly complicated. Keep them simple to conduct following a process. So what you can include in your risk assessments are looking for and listing the risks to health and safety in the workplace, deciding who might be harmed and how, and checking that protective measures are effective and in place. Other things that you can include: evaluate the risks arising from the hazards around in the workplace and deciding whether existing precautions are adequate. Be sure to be recording your findings and also have a time when you review the assessment and revise when required. So risk assessments don't need to be overly complicated or time consuming. You can make them as simple and as effective as you can. So think about identifying the risks, assess them, and then control them or take action. Let me help you have comfortable conversations about menopause without the worry of saying or doing the wrong thing. Remember to subscribe and click for notifications of my new videos and to click the like button too. If you found this video useful and helpful, please share it and tell others about it too.